It's over forever. Kody Brown and David Woolley's heartbreaking divorce. It will shock you. Kody Brown's life has taken so many dramatic turns over the years that every new comment she makes seems to spark questions, concerns, and curiosity. Recently, she shared a message that mentioned heartbreak, and the moment I saw it, I couldn't help but wonder if something deeper was going on behind the scenes. Kody has rebuilt herself piece by piece since ending her decades-long spiritual marriage to Kody Brown, but even with all her progress, the wounds of the past and the pressures of her new life can sometimes blend into something that looks like trouble. Kody, now in her early 50s, spent most of her adult life within the structure of a plural family. When she chose to leave Kody in 2021 after 27 years together, it was a turning point not only for her but for the entire Sister Wives fanbase. The Kody we saw for so many seasons put on a brave smile, stayed steady, and often tried to make the best of situations that made her deeply unhappy. When she finally walked away, it shocked many people, not because she didn't deserve better, but because she had spent so long convincing herself to endure. Her exit was a declaration of independence, one she had been quietly preparing for without anyone truly seeing it. After leaving Kody, Kody allowed herself to rediscover life in ways that fans found refreshing. She embraced the freedom of living on her own terms, took full control of her home, her children, and her future, and, perhaps most surprisingly, reopened her heart to love. The transition from a painful breakup to dating again wasn't easy, but watching her take those steps was inspiring. She had once believed that divorce was something she would never experience, let alone choose. To see her take that leap, and then find joy again, felt like watching the caterpillar finally become the butterfly. When Kody met David Woolley in 2022, it seemed like fate had handed her a second chance. Their bond was quick, deep, and filled with an energy that surprised almost everyone, including Kody herself. She had spent so long in an environment where she felt overlooked that the idea of receiving consistent affection and genuine partnership felt almost unreal. David, a widower with a large family of his own, brought stability, quiet strength, and a worldview far removed from Kody's. Where Kody often seemed dramatic, scattered, and self-focused, David was grounded, calm, and uninterested in anything even remotely connected to polygamy. Still, the speed of their relationship raised eyebrows. Kody moved in with David less than a year after they started dating, bringing her youngest daughter, Truly, with her. Fans wondered whether she was rushing into something new without giving herself enough space to heal from nearly 3 decades of emotional strain. Yet Kody seemed confident in her decision, insisting that what she found with David was different, safe, loving, and mutual. Their wedding in October 2023 was a celebration unlike anything Kody had experienced before. It was filmed for a Sister Wives special, giving viewers a chance to see her step into a new chapter with joy radiating from her entire being. She looked beautiful, bold, and peaceful, wearing an off-the-shoulder dress that showcased the tattoo she shares with David. Her first wedding had been modest and complicated, overshadowed by the plural family dynamic and the presence of sister wives already sharing Kody's life. This time, she stood in a space built for her, surrounded by people who supported her without hesitation. Despite the picture-perfect moments, a recent Instagram post Kody shared for New Year's caught my attention. On January 1, 2025, she posted a highlight reel of her year, captioning it with reflections on growth, challenges, and resilience. One phrase stood out sharply: unbelievable heartbreak. It made me pause. It made a lot of people pause. Whenever someone in a new marriage mentions heartbreak, the natural reaction is to wonder if something has gone wrong. And because fans care so deeply about Kody, the concern was immediate. At first, like many others, I wondered if she was referring to struggles with David. After all, blending families is difficult under any circumstances, and Kody is still healing from years of emotional exhaustion. But then I remembered the tragedy that rocked the entire Brown family in 2024, something so devastating that it reshaped their lives forever. In March 2024, the Brown family suffered a heartbreaking loss when 25-year-old Garrison Brown, the son of Kody and Janelle, passed away. Though Christine wasn't his biological mother, she had been in his life since the moment he took his first breath. During the years when Kody and Janelle worked full-time, Christine was the one who stayed home with the children, feeding them, teaching them, comforting them, and giving them the consistency that held the plural family together. Garrison wasn't just a stepson or a child from another household, he was someone she helped raise. Their connection was deep, maternal, and loving. Losing Garrison shattered the Brown family in ways that will take years to mend. For Christine specifically, the grief was layered. She loved him deeply, saw him grow into adulthood, and watched him become a young man full of promise and personality. Not only did she lose someone she cherished, but she also had to support Janelle, her close friend and former sister-wife, through an unimaginable nightmare. Christine and Janelle have always shared a strong bond, built on understanding, mutual respect, and years of shared responsibility. Being by Janelle's side meant absorbing some of that grief herself. When someone experiences immense personal joy in the same year they undergo devastating loss, it often creates emotional conflict. Happiness can start feeling heavy, even undeserved. This feeling, known as survivor's guilt, can make it difficult for someone to fully embrace the good things in life, even when they've worked hard for them. Christine's wedding, her new home, her blended family, and her sense of freedom were all beautiful developments. But losing someone like Garrison casts a shadow that even the brightest moments can't entirely push away. So when Christine mentioned heartbreaking moments in her year-end reflection, it becomes clear that she wasn't hinting at trouble with David. Instead, she was acknowledging the emotional complexity of a year filled with both joy and sorrow. She is a woman who has fought hard to reach the place she is in today, and she is also a woman who loved a child who is no longer here. Those two truths can exist side by side. Christine's marriage to David appears steady, loving, and supportive. If anything, David seems to have provided her with the comfort she needed during one of the most painful years of her life. Their life together is still new, still evolving, and still settling into its rhythm. And while no marriage is perfect, nothing Christine has shared suggests that her relationship with David is suffering. Her message wasn't a warning sign, it was an expression of grief. A reminder that even the strongest people carry wounds that shape their journey. Christine is moving forward, choosing joy, healing where she can, and holding on to the memory of those she's lost. Her story continues, filled with growth, love, and the resilience she has shown time and time again. A reminder that even the strongest people carry wounds that shape their journey. Christine is moving forward, choosing joy, healing where she can, and holding on to the memory of those she's lost. Her story continues, filled with growth, love, and the resilience she has shown time and time again.